Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Yes, another beautiful day for us to savor. Yes, good morning to you. Good evening to you. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us wherever you are. Yes, and excited today because we have 3 reads. Beginning with this one, then there's one at 6 p.m. Pacific time and another one at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Yes, super excited to read with you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And of course, we are reading What Sound is Morning, and it is written by Grant Snider. So yes, do join us for that one and get ready. Yes, good morning to you. Thank you everybody for joining us. And yes, I am excited because we have 2 extra reads today. One will be at 6 p.m. Pacific time, a good night story, and also at 8 p.m. for those that go to bed a little later. So thank you so much for joining us. I am excited to be here with you as always. And remember, you can find Story Time right here, 10:30 Pacific time, every weekday, but also you can find the recordings after, and then you can also find us on YouTube as well as Instagram. So thank you so much for joining us, and of course a big shout out to all our regulars out there who always join in, and everybody those with us at one point or another. Thank you so much. You are the ones that build this community, and let us keep reading together. Let us keep reading with our kids. Thank you so much for joining in. And yes, good morning. Let's see who else is coming in with us today. Yes, thank you so much. Heather, good to see you out there. Thank you so much. Mbazira, Kitumire, and one more. It always gets me. It always gets me. Mbazira, Tusubira, and help me out. I am blank. I will get it one of these days. And Sekamwa. Mbazira, Tusubira, and Sekamwa. Good to see you out there. Awesome. I am glad I got that. All right. Harmony Beth, how are you doing? Thank you as usual for joining in. A big hug for you. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, Lydia Yamaguchi. Thank you so much for joining in as always. Much appreciated. And of course, we appreciate all the work that you put in for Story Time. Hugs and love to you. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Tanisha Benjamin. How are you doing? Good morning to you, Miss Champion. Miss you. It's been too long. Good to see you out there. Thank you for joining us. And of course, for always supporting and sharing the Storytime events and stories with all the kids out there and everybody to join in. Thank you so much, Tanisha. Good morning, good evening to you, Sheba Chanda. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am glad you are here as always. And yes, good evening to you too, Benjamin. I hope you're joining in as well. Good morning to you, Obsa, and good morning to you, Asta. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. Adam Bloomberg, how are you doing? And you're joining in with Talia in San Francisco, I'm assuming. How are you doing? Good to see you out there. Yes, always great to see dads joining in with their daughters and kids as well. Thank you so much, guys. I know Talia usually join in with somebody else. I appreciate you both being here. Thank you. Much appreciated. Out in San Francisco, a big hello to you, Talia. Thank you for joining in. And Adam, thank you so much. Ellen in Chicago, how are you doing today? Sunny Chicago, you say. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And of course, always good to see you. So happy you are here. Yes, I second that, Jen Vedder. Miss Champion is with us today. So special. Thank you so much. And good morning to you, Jennifer Vedder. Yes, thank you for joining us and for your support as always. Jessica, how are you doing today? And of course, big boy, Desmond, how are you? Good to see you. You are out in Gilroy. Thank you so much for joining in. Raquel McGrath, how are you doing? And you're joining in with Gabrielle out in Colorado. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're having yourself a lovely day. Yes, lovely Thursday. And hopefully you'll be joining us later for the night stories. And good morning to you, Ramona and Leon out in San Francisco. Yes, love right back at you. Thank you for joining us today. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Anders, and good morning to you, Ingrid. As always, good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, good morning to you. Sandra out in Denmark, how are you doing today? And you are joining in with Sopuru, Arinze, and Choco. How are you doing? Good to see you as always. And I hope you can join us later for the other stories. And hopefully this time there will be at a good time for you. Thank you so much. You've had enough good night stories, so hopefully the other ones will be at a time of day that is still appropriate for you. Yushai in Richmond, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today? And you're joining in with Jillian. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Ismailia Castro. Maria Antonia, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining in as always. I've missed you. It's been a while. Madalena Ian, how are you doing? And you're joining in with Tudor out in San Francisco. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us as always. Yes. Good morning to you, Augie out in Alameda. And you're joining in with Soonji. How are you doing today? Yes. Good to see you. Is this your first time joining us, Augie? You are welcome. And if not, thank you for joining in. Harry, how are you doing? Good morning to you out in Richmond Annex. And you're joining in with Kat Saxton. And good morning to you, Chris Wheeler. And yes, congratulations on the big win yesterday. You know it's a big win for me too. Good morning to you, Harry. Miss Champion, love you. Thank you for joining us. Buenos dias, Gabrielle. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Gabe, for joining in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you're having yourself a lovely time out in Stanford. Thank you so much for being here today. I wanted you to be here, Gabe, when we read Manfish. I thought that was perfect for you. You should have been here, but you can always check it out on Storytime. Veronica and Lacey, how are you doing? Good to see you as always. Thank you so much for joining us right here in Auckland. Good morning to you, Liam in San Francisco, and you are joining in with Laura. How are you two doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Gabe, I know who it is. Thank you. Chihiro Tabuchi, how are you doing, my sister? It's been a minute. I miss you. Thank you so much for joining in. Good to see you. Thank you. Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle representing LBC. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in and great connecting. Thank you so much. Yes. Elizabeth Nkandu out in Zambia. How are you doing? Yes. Please let us know where in Zambia you are. Thank you so much for joining us. But yes, we're going to get started with our story. But remember that today we are reading What Sound is Morning? So yes, depending on where you grow up, where you live, your sound of morning may be different. But this book hopefully brings those memories, those warm memories, whatever thoughts you have when you wake up and excited for that new day. I think this is what this book will do for all of us. What sound is morning? Yes, and it is written by Grant Snider, and we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much, Chronicle Books, and Eve Zimmerman for letting us really connecting us with all these great books. Thank you so much. And yes, we're going to get started. What sound is morning? In the first light, all is quiet. Or is it? Listen. What sound is morning? What sound is your morning? I know some people whose alarm clocks go off 100 times before they wake up. Lights click on. A cat softly creeps. A baby babbles. Wind whispers in leaves. Sprinklers hiss on summer lawns. A rooster crows to greet the dawn. That was exactly my morning. The silent sun rises. The world wakes up. A man shouts after a zooming off bus. If you've been there, you know what that is like. Cars and trucks grumble on their way to the city. Stomachs rumble as they pass the bakery. Yummy. An old dog yawns awake from a dream. Frogs croak and splash in a murmuring stream. A shower trickles, a mirror squeaks. A garbage truck clunks down a quiet street. It's Tuesday for me. I don't know what day it is for you. Breakfast sizzles. Hopeful paws tap the floor. In an open field, balloons rise and roar. Today is a melody still to be written. Today is a tune no one's heard before. So, greet the new day with a stretch and a yawn. Throw open the window. And fill the world with your song. The end. Yes, my thoughts as well. Brilliantly written book. Amazing. Just really brings hope. Just looking forward to that beautiful day that lies ahead. I hope your day is amazing. Yes, I'm looking forward to mine. And yes, let us be out there and write our song for today. Thank you so much, Snider, for writing that book, and for everybody that joined in. I hope that brings back lots of good memories. I have lots of memories growing up. I remember the school bell ringing when we had the hand rang bell. I could hear it from my house, running late every day. But there are also times when the chickens would be outside making noise and you hear it, you know it is time to wake up. So yes, I hope you can connect with your own memories of waking up, or even what happens now. What is your morning like at this time? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. And yes, for making this a lovely day. And I hope you have a good day out there. Thank you. But do remember that we are not done for today. Storytime will be back at 6 p.m. Pacific time for What Color is Night? And we're also back after that at 8 p.m. So 2 more readings today will be happening. Do join us for those ones. Thank you so much. But of course, Storytime is also back tomorrow with a special July 4th reading, right? This one is called The Next President. It is a very beautiful take on the presidency of the United States. So do join in for that one as well. But yes, I will see you this evening for more reading. But for now, let's just see who else has joined us. Yes, good morning to you. Thank you so much, Chihiro, for joining in. Chriselle, Rocco, and Clay, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Elizabeth Nkandu, all the way out in Zambia, thank you for joining us. Lacey and Veronica, appreciate you. Thank you. Rowan, joining us with Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Please do let me know where you're joining us from. Thank you, Rowan. Have a good day, all right? Ismaila Castro, Maria Antonia, thank you so much for joining us. Ingrid, happy Thursday to you. I will see you again later. Ramona, thank you so much. Have a lovely day yourself. Thank you so much. Good morning to you and Maria. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you, Ramona. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Ellen, really delightful book. Absolutely. Wednesday for you. Thank you for sharing, Ellen. Always appreciate you. Thank you so much. Moffat, my brother, how are you doing? Much appreciated. Thank you for joining us at Storytime. And I hope you join us later on as well. And let us do connect, my brother, and catch up on the good old days. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. See you at 6 p.m., Ramona. Absa, thank you so much. Kim Padua, how are you doing? Good to see you. I hope you're enjoying your summer. Yes. Retro Reed Mudenda in El Paso, thank you so much for joining us. Yes, it's been a minute. Good to see you here. I hope you are doing great. Thank you so much. And yes, a special mention to also our regular out in Perth, Walia Mandona. Thank you so much for always joining in and supporting Storytime. Thank you so much. Much love from me. I will see you at 6 p.m. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.